Belching smoke, the thing careened off, out-snorting and out-rearing the most rambunctious stallion. Chauffeurs of the period, studying how to drive, step by step from a book of instructions, often learn to start before they learn to stop.
In my personal opinion, you know, if you're following this channel, that ICE cars, internal combustion engine cars, will have no future, and traditional car makers will have a very, very difficult time to dive through the electrification of the automobile as well as the autonomous driving. Now, I came across an article of the charging network that Ford, Daimler, BMW is putting together, and this showed me how far behind the traditional car automakers are. So if you want to know it, stay tuned.
Wolf of Dubai.
So first, if you are new here, make sure to subscribe, because we are talking about Tesla and electric vehicles and other businesses of the future here on this channel. And I just put a video out there recently about the Tesla competition. This was a video about the competition of the electric cars out there, so make sure to check this out. Otherwise, I came across an article today of a super interesting thing which someone sent to me, which is an explanation of the pricing model of IONITY. Now, this is the name of a company that building chargers. I wanted to say supercharged, but it's chargers. Superchargers are the one that Tesla is building all around the world. So they are actually released a new pricing model which says that they will charge $88 per kilowatt hour. Now, just to make it clear what IONITY is, it's basically, together with the BMW Group, Ford Motor Company, and the Volkswagen Group with Audi and Porsche, Daimler has founded the joint venture IONITY. Now, this is obviously the next step for the traditional car makers to offer at least a bit of competitive network of chargers for electric vehicles. Now, you can see they don't have even the power together to make each one its own network. They have to go together and finance this project. They just released this pricing model, which it's allowing non-members, because there are some packages. If you buy some cars from BMW or Daimler, there will be some packages, but in general, you will pay at IONITY on the street, if you park your car and charge it, $88 per kilowatt hour. Now you think, wow, this sounds maybe a little bit expensive. Yes, it's 50% more expensive than gasoline cars. Now comes the thing. Now, of course, when I saw this first thing, we should compare apple to apple. So I took the price of Tesla supercharging network, and now hold your horses, because Tesla is on average charging 28 cents per kilowatt hour, which is 1/3, guys. So just to put it in perspective, okay? The biggest car manufacturers in the world are getting together in a joint venture to be a little bit competitive to Tesla, to put a network together, and their price is triple the price of Tesla. And the availability is also like ridiculous if you compare it to Tesla. Now, we with IONITY, well, they have also to change the name. I cannot even say this name. So actually, they have 203 charger stations in whole Europe, and those are supporting 860 chargers. Now, compared to Tesla, Tesla has 400, so the double amount, and 3,600 of those chargers, which is, 800 to 3,600. I see really, this is like 5 times almost the amount of chargers available for Teslas. Now I have to tell you something. Now there's a lot of this competition and comparison between, the traditional automakers. They make millions of cars, Tesla is making 100,000 of cars. Now compare apple to apple and how many numbers, and I'm just comparing, for example, Daimler, which is a big premium manufacturer of electric cars in the future, right? They are producing, or they are produced and sold about 19 vehicles back in November, where Tesla is doing and selling directly 1,000 vehicles per day. Now you see where I'm going with that. I think the traditional car makers are in real big trouble if there's not a real big change. Tesla is going really fast, to be precise, 50% growth in their revenue and their cars delivered. So they are going really fast. And as you know, exponential growth is something to be considered here as well. So, 50% on a number, and then 50% of this big number, again 50% of this bigger number, and you see it's going really fast. And therefore, I believe Tesla has really good chances to become #1 car manufacturer out there, with the network, with the great product, with millions of cars that they put of the future technology of electric car vehicles. This is just another example how far behind the German, the US and other traditional car manufacturers are really behind this superstar that just, the stock market just went so much up and went down again, and let's see how it further moves. But in the end of the day, the stock will be on a very high level sooner or later. So if you are thinking that $500 is too much for the stock, or $700 or $800 or $900, think about this, that I believe that the overall is still cheap considering where it will be in a couple of years. Let's talk another thing here. So if you're buying an electric vehicle, you are considering three main things. First of all, the price. The price is determined by battery technology and how much cars you can produce to put all the fixed costs on those cars and produce, for example, the China factory about, $20,000 per car, right? So this was number one, the price, which is the best value for price, right? If you consider it and put it in a nutshell. Second, you also look for the range. Now, the range anxiety is one of the most reason that people are not buying electric vehicles now. So with this overcome that the electric vehicles will have 1,000-mile batteries inside their car, so bigger than any gasoline car out there. This combined with the third thing, the charger network, because you have clients that have their own home, their own garages and all of this. But think about all these people inside cities, where the cities itself also transforming to be more green, especially inside the city, are living or going into the offices where there are huge buildings and where are not chargers available. So you need a really good network out there. And Tesla, without a doubt, is market leader in all these three things, and therefore further growth is pre-programmed for Tesla out there on those three fronts. And last but not least, I don't want to show it to you, but actually the Taycan, the first electric Porsche vehicle, just got really in the spotlight by Porsche spending approximately $2 million for a Super Bowl ad, and you can see how much they need to spend to sell those cars. The mileage on this car is less than the Model 3. Yeah, it's 50% more expensive than the Model S. So I don't even don't know what to say, because it's so clear. And I hope you will watch this video in a couple of months and will say, wow, this guy, same like I did in the couple of months ago where the stock was around 180. This guy was right. All is documented here on this channel. And, Tesla on the other side don't spend any advertising money to promote their sales, which is great. Obviously they have marketing budgets $2 to create, you know, some video footage or presentations of the Cybertruck, but no endorsement to influencers or to any Super Bowl fancy ads, because what I don't know if it's still the case, but if you want to book a Super Bowl ad for $2 million, it's not that you put $2 million on the Super Bowl ad, but you are actually putting or have to book about $20 million of overall advertising budget with this company, with the TV stations, and then can buy the $2 million ads. And therefore, you know, this is the future. Never short the future. And I see you tomorrow, because I'm vlogging every single day.